So, welcome back, ROLESTREAM. We are just doing some map making and chatting and stuff like that. Been messing around with KIRKBY and such, trying to get that to work. And we're in limited amount of success with that. But anyway, I am here with Barry here. There he is. And there's Inkarnate up there, so I'm just going to be drawing maps and we're going to be talking shit. So feel free to join us and hang out while we really just have a night at home. Prepping and planning and doing stuff. So yeah, how are you, Barry?
I'm good. I'm good.
You good? Cool bananas. Well,
I see you. It's a dungeon there, is it?
Well, that's one of the template ruins that comes in Inkarnate, which I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to use it. I think I might do something with it, but before I actually put it in there, I'm just going to brush up this foreground a bit. I'm going to put a little bit of texture on there. I'm going to use this one. How big do I want that? Maybe a little bit. Maybe there. Okay, and we're just going to put some cracks in the floor, like this.
Oh, that is just so cool.
Right, and a few other textures on top of that. We might add some, I'm thinking some stone flagstones. Maybe a bit of a road that comes in there, and maybe it goes off that way. Maybe it's a crossroads. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's excellent.
It's kind of cool, isn't it? Crossroads. Okay, so what else might we want on here? What other?
So in what way are you going to make the people suffer in here? Or is that telling?
Oh, that would be telling, just in case they're watching.
And just in case one of them is me, right?
Yeah, was that. That is also very possible. So I don't know about these stones. If I want that, do I want those? Just having a very, I don't know.
Maybe less of them.
Less stones. I'm just going to break them up a little bit and put some more texture into them.
Okay.
Make my thing a little bigger.
Yeah.
So they look like they're well smashed. Alright. And now that they're well smashed, we'll throw some shading on them. Turn the opacity down a bit. Just go back a step here. I'll take this down a bit. Shade.
So how long is it taking you to learn this far?
Well, I've been at it for a few weeks on Inkarnate. And I'm kind of getting there. I mean, I'm sort of starting to make things look okay, I guess.
Okay, so would you recommend, like, to the audience, if a person wanted to do this, would you recommend the system?
This program? Well, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's, I mean, it is, you have to pay for it, although I'm not paying for it because, hey, Feral Artificer's with us. Welcome, Avery. How you doing? Yeah.
Hey, Avery.
Yeah, I mean, it's I get to use it fortunately for free because it's the Questbook has a subscription for it, so I get to use it.
Okay,
which is cool. But I don't know how much it costs normally, but it probably isn't that cheap. It's, let me see what sort of I'm going to do there. So how are you, Avery? Spent the day slogging away on Waiheke, huh? Well, would you like to join us? I want to try out this collab cam business. Do you want to have a try?
Come and join us, Avery.
I'll send you a link in a moment. Copy that. Okay, so
that looks like a bit of a rise now you've done all that work.
Yeah.
On that side, it looks like a rise. Someone could look over them as they come through there.
Yeah, you can see that there, right?
It looks like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, a bit of shading in there. Okay, so Avery, I'm just going to go over to Discord. Flicking you a link now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I sent Feral Artificer a link, and with any luck, he will get it and be able to log in either through his, or probably through his browser. And then we shall add you to the stream.
Hope we don't have the trouble we had today.
Well, yeah, I don't know what that was about. I tried it with my phone camera and I had a limited amount of success, although it did kind of drop in and out a little bit, but that was probably due to the Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. Put that over there. Oof. Okay, so what else we got going on here? Close that. Come back over to the old business over here. Alright, so now we were putting in some rocks and such. These were the rocks. Okay, we want to make the opacity full. Alright, throw some rocks down here. It's all over my broken cracks, so I'm going to have to throw the cracks back in again on top of them. But it gives me an idea of what I'm planning to do. Now let's see if Feral Artificer's in here yet. Avery, there he is. Oh, his camera's not on though. Don't see your camera, Avery. No camera? Weird.
Sounds familiar.
Can't hear anything, huh? That's interesting. Does sound familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, very familiar.
Alright, let me regenerate a link. I'm going to disconnect you, Avery, and reconnect and send you a new link. Discord. Avery. I'll send this to you in private chat on Discord. That's the new link. So with any luck, that will come through. Obviously you must assign a camera and stuff, but I'm guessing you know that. Yeah. Okay, so where's our picture gone? Here it is. Okay, so we are colouring in the rest of our stones. Bunch of stones. Okay, cool. Now put some shading on that. What's the opacity? A bit high. Okay. Shade it round. Shading in there. Yes. Okay, let me check up on Avery, see where he's at. Nope, not yet. Interesting. Interesting. Well, see if he comes in. Anyway, shading. Now I wanted to block. That's right. I was making it all cracked up, so let's do that too. Need a bit more opacity, less opacity. Why is that not working? Oh, yep, it's working now. Let's make the size of those cracks a bit more viewable, visible. Have a look over and see if he's on. No, still no Avery. Stream not found. So, okay, so I'll generate yet another link, copy yet another link, close the settings, and I will, I'm just going to flick you the link in the Twitch stream. There you go. So it's presumably whoever clicks it first gets to use it, so I'm assuming it'll be you. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, so if this doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll delete the collab cams that I've got and I'll add a new one and see if that works, because I think that might be the problem, conflicting shit going on. But yeah, okay, so we did some texture down there. Move that up there and throw some texture on there. Crack up these stones a bit. Over here, put some over here. Oops, grab it. Okay, so that's so much more dense over there. I wonder why. Okay, so do a bit more work on that. I'll try resizing the cracks as well. Put some big fuck off cracks in there. Should we crack the road as well, Barry? What do you think? Should the road have cracks in it?
I agree.
Yeah?
Yep, I agree. Put some cracks in the road.
Okay, so Avery, I'm seeing you're in the collab cam, but you're black again. There's no camera there. So I am going to delete that collab cam. And thusly, I'm going to delete all my collab cams. Boof. Delete that one. An eye with a strike through. Huh. Okay, interesting. Cam 1. Delete that one too. Okay, now there should be no conflicts with any luck. Yeah, I'm sure it does work at your end. Alright, so add a new source. New source is a collab cam. Add the source. We'll call it guest 1 CC for collab cam. I have a link. It's supposed to be sending you my Lumix. And now I'm going to drop the link here back into Twitch. Boof. Right, tell me if this one works. case. Come back over here to the thingamajig. So what did you say, Barry? Are we putting cracks in the road?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, do we want
putting cracks in the road?
Should we put some big fuck off cracks in the road?
It'll make them think that something heavy made them.
Right. Or time. See those?
Yep. I see them.
Right. That's pretty serious cracks, right?
Yeah, cool.
Right. Okay.
Okay, don't put this in any of our games, thank you.
So I'm just going to shade it up a little darker. I like my maps to be dark. Bring the opacity down. That's very dark. Let's see, is it too dark? Maybe a bit too dark. Need to bring the opacity down even more, I think. Okay, let's have a look if Feral Artifice is having any luck. No, not seeing you there, buddy. Looks like the same link as before, really. That's interesting. Okay, let's have a look. So, generate a new link, copy the link, drop a new one. Here we go, poof. Maybe it was the same link, but it was a new camera, so I don't know what to say about that. I know that's what Giddies does on the game, is she generates a new link quite frequently for me, and that sort of seems to solve our problems a lot of the time. Right. Do we need anything else on this map? Or is that a map unto itself? Let's save this. Crossroads 1. Nope. Avery's still not in there. Weird. You're in on your end. Fascinating. Can't see you in on this end. Yeah, that could be it. The browser could be the problem. Could be it. Trying Firefox, looks the same on your end. Okay, let me see. I'm still not even seeing you in the thing. It's fucking weird. Is there anything I can do to refresh this? Not really. It should have you coming up in a tab under the thingo. And I assume you're not getting my video there either. Well, this is not very successful, is it? All you're seeing is yourself, right? Yep. Yep.
Same as me.
Yeah, that's what Barry was experiencing too. I tried it with my phone camera, and I did actually get it to work for a little while, and then I couldn't get it to work again. I wonder whether I need to end the stream. I don't know if that... I can't even fathom why that would work, but it's just, you know, turn it off and on again kind of theory. So, yeah, you could try your phone, see if that works. Give it a go. So, yeah. Okay, well, that's a map. I feel like it should have one other texture or something on it, but I don't know what. Maybe some funky shit, to be specific, you know. Specifically funky shit.
You're not short on textures, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a few others too. There's various grasses and rocks and things. Oh, maybe these rocks could be cool. I don't want them to be too obvious, because if they're too obvious, they look like that. There could be a little bit of something sticking through these thingos. That's too much. It's not terrible. Actually, I kind of like that. Okay, let's see if you're getting any luck over there, Avery. Nope, nope, still nada. Looks the same on your phone. Well, the fuck. Geez Louise. Transitioning. Nope, didn't help. Face cam, everything's. I'm at a loss with this one. I really thought the browser would work. I'm a little disappointed. What else can I think of? What else can we do? I mean, I was able to get Barry's video through to the stream before, but he wasn't receiving my video in return, which he should have been. I got it to work both ways on my phone, but only for a period of time, and then it cut out for no reason that I could fathom. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get Streamlabs, that might help. That may actually work. That might actually work. And you'll love Streamlabs if you don't have it, if you've never used it, because you'll be able to make overlays and stuff, so when we're streaming you'll be able to put your name and bring up pictures and fun things like that. Graphics and transitions, fun things. You'll be able to bring up your own character sheet and all that shit. Oh, you're installing it. Awesome! Awesome. So yeah, I just thought I would download this set of overlays for like a generic streaming thing for doing things like map making and just general presentation stuff. I'm also thinking this theme might be quite good for the Shadowfell sequence with Milford coming up soon. Yeah, like, you know, the background on the stream, you can see it there in your Zoom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that might be cool for that.
That's quite good, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite appropriate too, because that's how it all started. A hole in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so, yeah. Because it gives the appearance like you're sending them to the shadow.
Right. Okay, well that's a map. Let's give it an export in a moment. So Avery's installing Streamlabs, and we'll see if that gives us any more fucking joy. Right, let's go back to our maps over here. So yeah, this is a map that I made a little while ago. Well, I made it a couple of days ago, but it was from, the idea for it came from a game that we played a long time ago. If you remember, one of our players fell down a chasm and died a long time ago when we first started playing 5e. Barry, you might be on mute. I'm guessing you're on mute because I can't hear you.
Yeah, no, that really gives the appearance of something that, you know, you fall into a chasm and you're going to keep going.
Right.
That is really good. Yeah.
There's even some skeletons down here.
Oh, cool. So cool. So, some poor sods ended up the same way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to, at some stage I want to make that, that monk that we were going to make up one day. You know, the blind one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We should have a look at the Angkor Arc.
Home.
Yes.
These maps are very good.
So the capital city's over here.
Yep. Angkor Arc.
Yep. Rotakar Jur is over here, and there's a few islands next to the rift. And then there's Jaglor, where there are some ruins nearby.
Yeah.
Right on the edge of the rift.
Yeah.
Then there's Mazgarim.
Mazgarim.
Mingal.
That's my lot, eh?
Yep. Jakathembel. There's Maglubiet's Maze and Gabura Nox and Lutakan, although I see that I actually put a mountain over the writing. That's a bit funny. Oops. What else we got in here? Madak.
Madak. What's in Madak?
What's in Madak? Well, Madak is cold and up near the Frostmoors. It's kind of an outpost, really. It's not. Okay. It's nothing particularly exciting.
Okay, because I've been all round.
Right.
Remember, he was on his quest when he started this
pilgrimage. Right. This is Bon Gatur, which is one of the holy sites.
Okay.
And then over here is Jaka Thaldak, and of course Kobandur, which you've heard of.
Yeah.
The plains of Kobandur. But to really get a better picture of the plains of Kobandur, we need to look at a different map, which is, where's our
How long does a general map take you to make?
It depends totally on the map. I mean, we just made a map in about 10-15 minutes, but I've been working on some of these maps for like over a week.
So when you're actually doing a places map, like
yeah, like these big
like
maps,
Rokan's homeland, that must take a lot longer.
It does, but the good thing is, what I can do is I can take a big map that I've made, and then I can resize part of it. So I can basically zoom in on a part of the map. So like this map here is of the Frostmoors. And that includes everything from Balkanard down here.
Yeah. I know Balkanard.
Right. So there's the Frostmoor Pass that goes through there. There's the town of Greymoor.
Yeah. Oh, no Greymoor.
Right. This is the Gulf of Ankhorn, and there's the city of Ankhorn. And further north, there's a bunch of settlements. Some of them are Goliath tribes, like this one here.
Yeah.
It's a Goliath settlement, but this one up here is a human settlement. You can see the icons are a bit different.
Yeah.
Then this is what I called the Sylv Rimblood, which is the giant language for it means the Rimblood Sea. Sylv is sea. So then there's a couple of places up here where you can see there's like these sort of peninsulas that stick out into the sea, and they are called Anim's Sons. And then we have Otheator. Othea is one of the giant goddesses, and Tor is like place. So each of these three different peninsulas is named after one of Anim's sons, and together they're just called Anim's Sons. Anim being the all-father of the giants. Then over here we get to Vanderhold Island, which is where our dear friend Edrin came from. And the Frostmoor Crows are currently on this island, way up in the north, in a place called Ben Vanaheim. That's the Ben Vanaheim Strait is between these two islands. And there's a few towns and what have you, Ranakdur, Vartak, Ravin, Davnor. Our players, the Frostmoor Crows, are in Dodin Parg, which in Giant means journey to holy place, basically. Then we've got the Grimfrost tribe. Vanderhold's overlapping it, so I'm going to move it slightly. The Urazan, Dunbane, Raydana, Hyatia's head. Hyatia is another one of the giant gods, a goddess.
Okay.
Lokan Madak again appears on this map, but it's sort of on the edge. Bon Getan, Grudaka, and these are the plains of Kobandur.
Kobandur.
So this is where Iolanthra conceived Ren.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa!
Pretty much over here.
That battle was a long way away from anything, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Shivers.
Yep.
Well, no wonder.
So to get there, Iolanthra and co. Travelled all the way up through and then around these mountains, sort of down here, followed the river up to the Gulf of Ankhorn, disembarked somewhere about here, and then they travelled up past these ruins, and then down into the plains, and the battle itself would have been somewhere just underneath where the writing is.
Gee.
So trying to set it up doesn't seem to like your camera. Oh my goodness. Man, that could be all it is just cameras that just don't want to play nicely. What kind of camera are you using, Feral Artificer, I mean to say. Avery! Oh. It's getting cold where I am.
Oh, it is. What time are you going home?
Oh, not that far. I'm probably about 15 minutes away or something. Not too long.
So, how do you manage without a computer at home?
Oh, I use Helen's computer.
Ah.
Yeah, so I just keep doing stuff. Do mapping and a lot of the stuff I can do at home, but I can't do Streamlabs at home.
Okay.
So that's the main thing.
It's quite interesting to know that one of your characters was born in...
Right.
To actually see the place.
Right.
Even though it's on our map, you know?
Yeah, well, it gives you some context, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
We can have a look at the big map if you like.
And yeah.
Let me save.
And that you were conceived there. One day we might ride out there and...
JavaScript error. So now it's working? Interesting. Okay, so I'll have another look at the guest thing. Doesn't say you're there though, but no. Keep me updated. Alright, so that's saved. We'll return to the maps. We're going to go...
That's cool. It was cool to see that.
Right.
Yeah, the maps are much, much better.
Okay, so this is the main world map loading up now.
The entire world map.
The entire world map, yeah. And we can zoom in on it and look around and see what there is to see. So, you know, you can, it's like Google Earth.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so that's the big map.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to go?
Wow. You know, now you look at the map and you had the map, the old maps.
So we were way in here just a minute ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And
you had the old maps and it did give you some idea, but these maps definitely give you an idea of distance.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, we should look at it in Roll20 actually. That's the place to go.
Yeah.
Just loading that up now. Because these maps have... Oh, I wanted to show you this, Barry.
What?
This is the undermarket.
Ah.
Now it's very dark. Now each of these grid squares is 10 feet because it's quite a big place.
Okay.
So you sort of come in along one of these types of tunnels.
Yeah.
Up there, and you come down a bunch of stairs into this huge cavern.
Yeah.
And there's things like broken pillars lying around. Like that one there is a big broken pillar, and stairs just laying around. And you'll see that there's tents, like that one.
Yeah.
And red canvas just hung up outside buildings.
Yeah.
So that's where you come in down there. And as you move around, you'll see there's like huge stone chunks that have just collapsed on top of things. Ruined stairs and all sorts of shit everywhere.
Okay. Does Mother live there? Or
she does.
She always live on top?
No, she pretty much occupies this place.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's people selling stuff from underneath these little raftery things, and living in tents or in broken buildings. There's an old tree, relics of the giants here. There's another pillar, more stairs that lead up to an exit over this direction.
Yeah.
These stairs lead out, and then there's another exit here, and yet another exit here. And else we got?
Are the exits secured in some way?
They're guarded by members of Mother's network.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of guarded. I mean, you wouldn't see the guards. That's the thing. They're not like standing there on guard. They're kind of just milling around amongst the people or sitting.
That's pretty much as I said. Yeah.
You know. All right. So Feral Artifice has given up. That's a shame. I mean, not a shame that he's given up so much as it's a shame we couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. You can only push shit uphill for so long. So alternatively, yeah, no, I'm not going to add you to the Zoom because that will fuck up everything. And we're going to stop streaming soon anyway, to be fair, so it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, what was I looking at? Over here, right. Roll 20. So, for some other views, right, so this is the map of the Dagdagiel Peninsula.
Yeah.
Alright, so obviously Dagdagiel is way down here in this little bay.
Yeah.
There's the necropolis is over there. Turagail is over here. There's some towns around the edge of the peninsula, out on the outlands, on the borders of the Badlands, so to speak. Beyond Turagail, and that's where the various commoners and peasants and farmers and what have you came from. That you met.
Where's the graveyard?
The graveyard is the necropolis. That's here. So, yeah. Do I have a closer map? I don't actually have a closer map yet. Currently, you guys have travelled up to here where this red icon is.
Okay.
So that's where you are, but you're underground.
Okay.
And the place that you went in through this entranceway that looks like this.
Okay.
So, don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. Recognise it. Wonderful place.
Wonderful place.
Lovely place to visit, audience, but
yeah.
You wouldn't want to stay there for too long.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But where you're going is here.
Okay. What, if anything, is that?
So you're looking at a desert.
Yes, I realise that.
Yeah.
What's the wording say on the...
Right. Well, over here is the jungles of KIRKBY in the far distant side of the desert, and the city of Urit-Za'ar. Then at the bottom is Simba-Khan.
Yeah.
Moto-Khan.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the desert, Saksaksalim.
Saksaksalim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up here.
Okay, that's quite a way.
Now about, it's just no snapping. You are about, well, when you get to Saksaksalim, you'll be about 130, 140 miles from Shaleku, and about 200 miles from the very edge of the rift, which, you know, that's about as far as Hamilton.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Hamilton is much closer in the sense that we have cars.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're not travelling by car. It's a good little while. Heading down to dinner, and we'll catch you later, Farrell. You have a great night. Thank you for coming and visiting and trying, at least. Yeah. We'll keep working on these things and see how we can figure it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the desert wastes of Urit-Za'ar. Yeah. Okay, you can see it there.
That sounds very Orcan.
Well, it may once have been.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, that's that. What else have we got? Do you want to have a look around the Vane Gate area?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with We've looked at the Northern Sky Reaches, Vangate District. We'll go there in a moment. But
now, for the audience, Vangate is Milford Brixton's hometown.
Right. Okay, so this is the district of Vangate. This is in the Moldrayan Protectorate, which I do have a map of in Inkarnate over here. For some reason I haven't uploaded it to ROLESTREAM, sorry, to Roll20 yet. Where is that map? It's Tularathian, Moldrayan District. Moldrayan Detailed 1. Do I have another one of those? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, okay, so this one. So anyway, this is Vangate. And you can see these big red roads are the Giants' highways, the old Asturian highways. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if we get in close enough, you can see there's 3 castles.
Yep.
And just down a little bit south of there.
3.
Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3 castles. Just north of that is another necropolis.
Okay.
Which in the map it looks like it's above Vangate, but actually it's kind of attached to the base of the top tower on the outside. There's some ruins over here. Down here is what we call the Petaled Lands, which is basically the river here that flows down to the sea, to Angkor.
Yeah.
And there's like cherry blossom trees all the way down the sides of the water. All the way to Angkor, which is the port city that kind of sits adjacent, not far away. And you can see over here there's fields of crops and vegetables and things growing.
Yeah.
All along the side of some cliffs and mountains, basically. And the roads that lead off, this one goes down heading south. There's some old ruins out in the forest. More cliffs and mountains. This is the River Moldraya. Okay, up here is the Dragon Tooth Valley and the Dragon Tooth River. And that river passes by the Goblin Tower, which is there.
Yes, very, very familiar with the Goblin Tower.
Right. This is a town called Rimwood. And Rimwood is next to the Rimwood Bend, which is this river here, and the actual Rim Woods, which are, funnily enough, woods.
Rimwood.
Then there's the Runwoods. And just south of the Runwoods is a famous halfling community called Twaddle.
Twaddle, yeah. Twaddle.
Yep. So that's most of the interesting things here. There's a few things. There's a town up here called Fadewick, just north of Vangate.
Yeah.
Oops, it keeps skipping on me.
Now, if I'm right,
yeah,
when he comes back, he will only be within the city. Like, he won't be able to go to Fenwick.
Right.
He'll be just there, right? Just in Vangate itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't talk about these things on the stream.
Oh, sorry.
No, in case somebody watches it and finds out details. Spoiler alert.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right. Now, what was I going to show you? This is loading. Right, so here's the bigger view of Moldraya. So down here we have the Moldrayan Protectorate.
Yeah.
And there's Twaddle.
Yeah.
And then over here is Vangate. Right. This is kind of a bigger version of the same map, but goes out much wider. in here you'll see these dotted black lines. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
So that black line basically represents an old giant wall that cuts across the world.
Okay.
Now up here is Tularathian. Tularathian is of course the Elven kingdoms.
Yes.
And we have
What
places
does
like...
that mean?
Right, so Lorathian is named after Corellon Lorathian. Corellon
Yeah.
Lorathian being the king of the primal elves. And
Yeah.
Tularathian is just his place, right? So, or something to that effect. Then, in fact, and Sidariel means throne. So,
Okay.
Sidariel Tularathian means throne of Lorathian.
Okay.
Up here is Lithlian at the top of this lake. And then we have Hemoth Tirith right at the very top. And above that, you can just make out the Sufferance.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Right.
Sufferance. Boy, it's big.
But here is, well, they're icons. They're not meant to represent the actual sizes so much as sort of representations of them.
Okay. Okay.
Can you read that dirty writing at this zoomed in?
House Telendaran.
Right. Right.
House
Next.
Telendaran. Yeah.
Right. And then there's House Ariasis.
Yeah.
House Elasitral. House Vandir. A town called Sogoma. In fact, that should be there. Estwild, the Sawnel Farms. We don't talk about that. A little place called the Butts. Silver Edge, Timbrook, House Irwin Dreyer, Taranassi.
What house does Ren's real mother come from? What house?
Imdrael.
Which is, where was that again?
We haven't seen that yet. We're still working on our way around to House Imdrael. They are...
Okay, I see. Sorry.
House Imdrael's up here.
Whoa.
Next to Hemoth Tirith, and also next to House Erithani, which is not far away. Then there's House Ildruin, the town of Eventarn, the Bannakyne Ranges, Moonbrook, Evensong, Adrius, Grenaldea, and some of those places have corresponding places inside of Vane Gate, in many cases. Haydam Tarn. So down here, there's a couple of interesting cities actually, because Vane Gate's just over here. Kind of, if you followed a line across the map, you get to Twaddle and then to Vandal Keep or Vandal Keep.
Yeah.
Then you get to Kiven Tarn, Orderath, Umbonor, Sylvia. Now this blue line marks the edge of the territory. That's where it goes from humans to elves. Pretty much.
Okay.
So on the inside of that line, and if we follow the line around, I don't know if you can still see it at the wider.
Yeah,
sort of
I
view.
can see it. Yeah.
It cuts all the way around there, so it kind of bends around.
Okay.
So the humans are kind of surrounded by the elves a little bit, at least in the south.
No, that's understandable.
Yeah, but then the humans have much more territory going north and south beyond this map.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yes, indeed.
Nice work.
Yep. Up here we've got Drommel, Rasmut, Balkanard. Over here is Thrain and Lustwell, Saltwick, Gavnarum, Carcanos, Luth, Halnick, Millbrook, Kent, back down to Twaddle.
And this gives all the players some insight as to where they're going, what they're doing, and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And does it help your memory as a GM as well?
Yes, it's really useful from that point of view. Hey, Vancouver by night, welcome. I'm just gonna. He doesn't. No worries. Just talking maps and stuff. He's just lurking. Cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the size of it. So I don't have much else to report really. That's what I've been up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting, and it really does help. As me being one of your people that role plays video, it really does help to see where you live or where your family came from, or it makes you feel more a part of the place. It feels more like a real place.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you get any other people who want to role play with you like I do, they'd feel the same way.
Right. This is a closer image of the Elven Kingdoms, actually. It's probably easier to see. Let's see, High Keep up there, High Pass, Sufferance, Hemeth Tirith, Lithlian, and this has got roads on it.
Yeah.
Eventarn, Taranasi, Haydentarn, Fenton Mills. This is not actually the whole of Tularathion. This is just really focusing on the Lockhart Valley.
Okay.
Whereas the other map I just showed you was a bigger version of that. So this is kind of more zoomed in than that one. So yeah, this has got all the houses on it though. Yes. Back to overview. Are there any maps I haven't shown you yet? Well, there's let me see. Vangate Vicinity, Tularathian, Ungor, the Far Lands. Well, I haven't done much work on the Far Lands yet. That's something that's in development, but briefly it looks like this.
Okay. Far Lands.
Yeah. So this is Imdralan.
Okay.
Talbaros, Twilight Isles, and Ungor Ma'ak at the bottom left.
So my character would know something that across from his world is this other world.
Yeah. So the Far Lands are obviously far away. And there are two places in the world where elves come from. Tularathion is one of them, and the Far Lands is the other. But the Far Lands has a connection to the Feywild in a way that most other places don't. And the city of Imdralan has been known to exist in both the Feywild and the Primaterial Plane at the same time. So it kind of shimmers in and out of existence every few years. So
conceivably, any of our characters could show up
possibly,
and end up in another place.
Right.
If they went there.
Possible. Possible. So yeah, what else have I got? This was a fun map of a section of wall. This is just for a fight scene.
Yeah.
So we got this is an attempt.
I imagine these maps are always in use in every game you have at one point.
Yeah, well that's the plan, right? Is to make all the maps and then they can then be used in different games, some of them at the same time. Yeah, that's the plan. Yep. This is oops, didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. This one's a little road through some trees coming up momentarily. Yeah.
Does that road lead to anywhere?
Well, it could be anywhere, actually. That's the beauty of it, really, is you can just throw these maps into different locations and times and places. So it's it feels like it's an elven place to me.
Yeah.
With all the trees and the flower blossoms and what have you over here. But what's interesting about this map to me is that I put a face in there.
Is there any particular reason you put a face in there?
Well, it's a giant statue. So it's the remnants of a giant statue that's just been left there for centuries, for thousands of years, and it's still there. There's a little well over here for dropping coins in or whatever, getting water, with a little statue next to it. Lots of trees to be ambushed.
That could be the Fey Road, you know.
All right, the old road, yeah.
Yeah, the old road.
Could be the old road, yeah.
That could be the old road.
True that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other exciting places. This is an island that I made.
Yeah, well, one of my characters knows all about your islands.
This one's got a volcano on it too.
Yeah, poor bugger's gonna get blown up.
And sharks.
Shark.
And also a sea monster in the lake, like the Loch Ness.
Cool.
Right.
Cool.
What else we got? Well, this one was kind of fun. This is a dungeon full of cobwebs and big tombs. And yeah.
Have you ever done the graveyard? The actual.
I haven't done that, but yeah, I should do that. You should suggest things like that because that reminds me to do them. I might have a go at it later. Some of them are hard though, to be fair, but yeah, I can have a go at the graveyard. So, I mean, the outside of it and the inside of it are two different things.
Yeah, precisely.
This is the...
it's mentioned so many times in different adventures.
Right. Well, you know the... why the hell's that upside down? That is weird.
I mean, Rokan nearly died there.
Right. So you know the... what do you call it? Dagdagiel. The your base inside the wall.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like.
Okay.
So there's a couple of rooms, big pathway through the grey roads that comes through there, another path off there. Up here is a kind of an arrow slit that goes out to the window where a little bit of light and air comes through.
Okay.
And you can see there's a fireplace, stacks of hay and twigs and stuff, and a table.
It's where Rokan does all the cooking and stuff. Yep,
there's a table and a chest and some food and more chests and things. This kind of texture, it means that it's a floor, whereas this texture means it's a wall.
Okay.
So there's a fairly narrow pathway that comes up to a big stone door.
Okay.
And then there's the bed's got a crossbow on it.
Okay.
So this is where they sleep. There's a rug on the floor, dirty old mangy old rug. Yeah, this was one of the early maps that I did, and it's not as good as it probably could be. I can probably do a lot better now, but it's alright.
I can imagine them being in place like that.
Yeah. Well, so that's the maps for this evening, I think. Might have to wrap up about now and head off home.
Yeah. And let you head off home?
Yeah. So, in any case, you have a great night, Barry. And we might
you
as well.
too.
Yeah. You have a good one, mate.
I'll see you.
I'm going to wrap up our stream and say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Good seeing you all.
this should have